Good morning, dear hearts. We are now on lesson 36, and please subscribe. So the buzzword for yesterday's lesson, today's, and a few more to come is holiness. This is what the theme of these lessons are about. And yesterday was like, my mind is part of God's. I'm very holy. Today is my holiness envelops everything I see. Now, this is an expansion from yesterday because my mind is part of God's. I'm very holy. And because of that, my holiness now envelops. And I love this word, envelops. It's a visual for me. And it's like I'm enfolded in God's arms. I am enfolded in this spiritual cloak or this tapestry that I'm always talking of, that we're weaving. So my holiness wraps around me, and not only around me, but in everything that I see as well, everything that I perceive. Today's lesson begins that today's idea extends the idea for yesterday, we knew that, from the perceiver, the one who is seeing, to the perceived, what is seen. You are holy because your mind is part of God's, and because you are holy, your sight must be holy as well. Sinless means without sin. So when I say you're the sinless, guiltless, perfect child of God, it means there is no sin within you, there is no guilt within you, and you are perfect because you are a child of God. You are enveloped within God's mind, which is very holy. You cannot be without sin a little. It's the same idea as my peace. I am either in peace or I am not. I cannot be just a little bit out of peace. Peace is totality. Being sinless is totality. It's not just gradations of it. It's a totality, a total idea. There we go. A total idea of being with or without sin. And that's going to be how I see myself, from the seer to what is seen. You're sinless or not. If your mind is part of God's, you must be sinless, or a part of God's mind, his mind, would be sinful. Now, we realize the insanity of thinking that. God is holy, God is sinless, God is peace, God is love. So there is no part of God's mind that has any dark spots in it. There's no part of God's mind that is filled with sin, grievances, hatred, anger. That is not a part of God. So because we are an extension from God's mind, that is why we are enveloped within his mind. So my holiness envelops everything I see because I am enveloped by God. God surrounds me. Everything that is part of me is part of God. We are the direct extension, thought, expansion from the mind of God. I hope that made sense. So your sight is related to his holiness, not to your ego, and therefore not to your body. So how I see, how I perceive is not about this. It is about my mind, my heart. Am I experiencing my mind as part of God's? And in that case, I will have vision. If I am feeling I am apart from God and everything I see is coming from my ego mind, that is how I will see. That is how I will perceive everything, directly from the source that I am identifying with. If I'm identifying with my ego, that is how I see. If I am identifying with my true source, God, then that is how I will have vision. It's differences. The practicing 3 to 5 minutes practice periods, and of course as frequently as possible during the day. For the practicing it, to close your eyes, repeat the idea, open your eyes gently, look around quietly, and then say, for example, my holiness envelops that rug. My holiness envelops that wall. I also like to use surrounds. My holiness surrounds these fingers. My holiness surrounds that chair, that body. My holiness surrounds that body. My holiness envelops that pen. We are in this visual of being in the center and surrounded by, enveloped by God's love and His holiness. And that is all there is for us. Anything else that I am experiencing is coming from my ego mind and is not real. So again, the shorter practice periods, close your eyes, repeat the idea, look about you as you open them, repeat it again, and conclude with one more time saying that my holiness envelops, surrounds everything that I see. And that's it for today. I hope it helped. Please like, please share, please subscribe, please comment, please pray, new flowers, praying for us to see with God's eyes, with Christ's vision, and nothing else. Namaste.